from SGE Academy. Welcome back to another episode of the SGE Science Podcast. Only a small percentage of people watching this video right now are subscribed. So, if you could just do this favor for me, just scroll down and see if you're subscribed. And if not, subscribe and like the video. Now, today's episode, we're going to be learning about glass blowing. Now, have you ever touched a glass vase? Did you wonder how it was made? How did it get into this shape? Or any other questions? Well, how they make the glass vase is by glass blowing. Glass blowing is used to make cool-looking glassware, art, and many other things. Now it's time for the history of glass blowing. The earliest form of glass blowing is from Mesopotamia. First, you start by making the glass. To make the glass, you melt sand into liquid. Then you take a blowpipe and dip it into the melted glass. By the way, a blowpipe is a hollow tube, and you blow into it to make different shapes. A glass worker takes the blowpipe and he blows into it to form the glass. The Roman Empire loved to glass blow. The Romans experimented with the blowing to try and turn it into different shapes and colors. Soon after this, Western Europe and the Mediterranean soon also learned how to glass blow. This technique was still being used throughout the Middle Ages and the European Renaissance. Italy enhanced what they could do in glass making. By the 17th century, glass blowing had spread throughout Europe, and they soon used glass to make cups and other cool things. Now let's learn how glass blowing works. Glass blowing stretches hot, liquid glass into a bubble using a blowpipe. The molecular structure makes glass act like liquid when the glass is super hot. While the glass is hot, it can be stretched, but the second it cools down, the glass starts to harden. Now it is possible for one person to glass blow, but many glass blowers can also work as a team. The more complex the glass needs to be, the more the workers have to be very careful with what they do. The glass must be turned and molded at the right time. Working as a team is the best solution. The glass needs to be hot while they are shaping it. If the glass cools too much, they must carefully reheat it. Glass blowers use different tools to do their job. Some of these are tweezers, paddles, and shears. Patterns and colors can now be added to the glass. Once they are done with the glass blowing, it slowly cools down. If the piece gets cooled too quickly, it can be ruined. It can look wrong, or be too fragile. If you do it correctly, the glass will look outstanding. Now, thank you all guys so much for watching the second episode of the SGE Science Podcast. I will make a playlist and I will link in the description so then you can watch the first episode and the rest going episodes, and maybe we'll even make a history podcast. But, as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye! Also, go check out my main channel. It's called SGE Gaming. Go subscribe. It will be in the link in the description. Bye-bye.